Hey, what's up? How you doing today? Oh, you're all doing fine. Today it's a normal video. Actually, as normal as you may think it is. It's a normal video for today. Today we're not going to have like a really interesting thing, something that we'll not be able to understand now. Now it's going to be exactly the same thing we have always said, and all things we have studied so far and we have covered so far. Short reflection that I'm doing. I'm sorry that I didn't upload a video. I actually uploaded a video. The problem was that the last video, number 11, took 2 days to upload. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the mother of Jesus Christ just happened there. The thing is that the thing took its time. I don't know why. But, well, it's there. So that's a good thing, right? Little drink so that I can speak a little bit more better, in a better way. Um, so hopefully you're doing all fine, and I'm doing great. Today, I have to tell you a little bit about my days. I've been doing several things. I've been covering different aspects related to the teaching world, and also from around 7 days from today, I'll be starting my teaching academy. Okay, I will be starting with that. I will start the process of teaching and moving forward from that point. So hopefully everything's gonna be fine. Hopefully everything's gonna be perfect, and I'm gonna move from there to the future. Hopefully in a great matter. I am optimistic that everything that I will do will actually pay for back. And the first thing that I just focus and the thing that it's concerning me the most is basically um I need to be precise about the things that I want to do, and I need to know that my students are first than anything else. Okay, so I'm sure that as part of the process of learning, I hope just them to be the best thing they can. Okay, for example, in the case of my students, there are going to be around 8 people. Around no, sorry, it's like 6 people, 7 people, something like that. I hope they learn. That's like my main goal. I know learning a second language is not something really simple as it should, or as we may think it could be, but hopefully they will take the track and they will be able to end up with what I expect to be what they need, right? Like understanding and things like this. Okay. So yes, that's been my week. How That's what's happening so far. I've been working on that. I've been going around just chilling somehow. So yes, that's being my week, and that's what's going to be my week actually. Another thing that I've been studying and that I think that it's really important that I mention it here in this short video that I'm uploading, or that I need to tell you. I don't know how many people actually watches this, but hopefully one people will do. I'm sorry for the quality one more time, but hopefully everything can be transmitted correctly. Remember that everything takes time. And when you're learning a second language, not only it takes time, but also you need to consider that specific thing that matters a lot, which is you're learning a second language. Remember, how many years have taken you to be where you are right now in your native language? Do you speak your native language correctly? Perfectly as it should be? For example, if you speak English as your native language, do you speak English perfectly? With every single pronunciation as the standardized English should say it? Or perfect grammar? You don't may have any kind of mistakes in grammar? I don't think so. Every single one of us, because we're humans and we tend to make mistakes, have that little part in which we make mistakes even if we don't want to. So, if you haven't learned perfectly your native language, you cannot expect to learn the second language the same way, right? So that would be something that I need to tell you, and I want you to understand that even if it's difficult, even if it takes time, even if you've seen no way to going across um that practice, I don't know, that process of learning it. You just have to be patient. Patience is actually one of the main things that you need when you're learning something. Anything, not only English, not only business, not only medicine, not only art, any anything, every single thing of things that can come to your mind right now probably take a really really long time to learn. For example, I will use myself as an example. I spent around 5 years, six, I'm almost 7 years actually spent learning how to teach English. And guess what? I'm not perfect, but I think I could actually perform it now. After 5 years, 6 years almost. Until that point, I'm able to do what I think I can do. So why would you be thinking, or for example, why would you ask a person to teach you something in 3 months and you want to learn everything? And if that person is not able, you blame that person, you curse that person because it's not what you expected. Be considerate about that and be patient also about it. You need to be conscious that this process, any process, take actually years, right? These processes take years sometimes. Okay, so it's not from one day to other. It's, for example, I've been watching some videos that say that there are people that misconcept or misunderstand the part of becoming rich. Why? Because they say, okay, I need to become rich. How do I do it fast and easy? That's not how it works. If you want to become rich, you need to be conscious. You need to plan. You need to study. You need to do all things you don't understand yet so you can get there. And you can't just blame things. I was talking to my brother last weekend, and I told him that it's funny because I feel now I'm 22 years old, and I feel that most of my life I've been wasting time, and wasting that time only have dragged me to the point that if I haven't taken those decisions, I'm happy, because if I haven't taken those decisions, I wouldn't be here where I'm right now, where I'm questioning myself. But I feel that if I just notice this thing that it's around, right, the real world that it's surrounding everyone before, I think I would be like far away from what I'm right now. Think that didn't happen, and well, until this point, I'm just realizing what important things I need to get done. Because even though if I don't want them to be done, which is another thing that it's really important that I've been studying this lately, it's that even if you don't want to do something, you know that that's the thing that needs to be done. So just do it because it's what needs to be done. If you don't do that, how do you expect the result to come to you if you don't do the process? So yes, that's a really good thing to take into consideration. It's exactly the same as learning a language. I am myself think that evaluations nowadays, because evaluations are good, if you read the evaluation meaning itself, it's not what it's meant to be today. When you try to learn something, you make the person understand it, internalize it, under making the person able to proceed that input into intake, and from there move to the production phase. If you don't do that, if you take the person and just expect that person to produce or to do whatever you want, that person isn't going to be able to perform, because you're only asking that person to memorize. That's what evaluation is nowadays. Evaluation is going to a high school. In the high school, the professor provides you with a test. Then you resolve the test, you fail the test, and you're a dumb ass. I don't know, something like that. That's no evaluation. Remember that evaluation is a really long process. For example, I'll give you the example that it's the more the most easy, the easier one, or the most explicit one. Okay, I found the word. When you are learning your first language, your native language, and you are learning it from the bottom. Remember, I'm not sure you don't remember when you were a kid, but for example, I don't know, you have a cousin, an aunt, sorry, I don't know, any person that you know that is a baby, you may know and you may understand the process of learning that language. There's a process in which a person fails every single time that person tries to say something fails. What's the thing that motivates that person to learn the language? Parents that do not uh, punish that mistake. Okay. For example, if the baby says "papa" instead of "mama," and he or she is talking to the mother, probably the mother would say, "No, no, no, I'm mama," something like that. Okay, and that brings feedback to the learner, and the learner moves forward. But in the evaluations nowadays, if a person fails, it's just like a strike to the brain. It's just in your moral, in your psyche, in everything, right? You become a dump if you fail a test, which shouldn't be like that. That's why um I want to do a cooperative work if it's possible with someone from Finland, because they actually around due to the pools and everything, it says that it says that they have the best educational system in the world. And as I've been reading, basically it's because of that they actually take into consideration all those things, and that's really really nice. So I want to do a collaboration with them, maybe a research paper or something like that. I just want to understand what's happening there that isn't happening here in Costa Rica or around the world, so that I can share it with everyone if it's possible. And yes, that would be my reflection for today. Hopefully, you're going to be fine. I wanted to upload a video in which I was playing, but I don't know. I think I probably upload things related to reactions, things like those. I don't know if I'm able to do that, but probably that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully, you're doing fine, and see you next time. Bye bye. Take care.